So after 3 weeks in Albania, in the quartier Vienna, they brought us to the train station, direction Castelnaudary. And our aim, of course, was this one. Get the Capi Blanc. This was our aim. We dreamed about this one, you know. And so finally, we stood in front of the Caserne La Passée, and Caserne La Passée should be our home for 4 months. Unbelievable. And as we stood in front of the Caserne La Passée, you could see a steel grid, a big steel grid, and to the right side, a wooden guardhouse. And in this guardhouse, there was standing a Legionnaire with a Capi Blanc, with a FAMAS, with a bayonet, and his face was a mask of rigidity, you know. He did not even look at us. And when you had a look through the steel grid, you could see a long building to the right side, a long building to the left side, another building across, and in front of this building, a flagpole. You could see the tricolor, you know, the French flag. So we crossed the grid steel on board of trucks, turned one round, and the truck finally stopped at the building, at the left building, and on the second floor of this building, there was our new home. It was a big room, big room, with about 45 beds, one on top of each other. And the floor was a wooden parquet floor. And each time you stepped on this wooden parquet floor, it was a terrible crunch, you know. It makes a lot of noise. It was crazy. So we have 45 beds, 45 cupboards, all iron, and yes, and 45 men. And already after the second or the third day, you could clearly see here, there was kind of mafia building, you know. There's the Russians in one corner, the Germans in one corner, then the Albanians, and of course the British gentlemen, you know. I had a lot of these British fellas had made the war in Falkland, on the Falkland Island. So they have been old soldiers, yeah. And it was for me, in the beginning, it was a mystery how we could weld together a brotherhood of men, you know, a unit supposed to go to war and understand each other. For me, it was a big mystery. So my first statement, my first impression was, Thomas, be aware, because this is certainly a fucking dangerous place. Yeah? So I had an adventure in the first week. I was sitting between the floors, cleaning my boots, you know, to make them shine, as suddenly somebody took my boots from behind and took them away from me. And I had a look. It was Erkal. Erkal was a Turkish guy, a big one, a terrible boxer. And he smiled at me and told me, thank you for your good job done, but now these boots are my boots. My first reflex was to stand up, to take my boots again. But then I had a look around me. I saw 1, 2, 3 other Turkish guys from his Turkish mafia, and they were just smiling at me. And I knew, no. And in the same moment, I heard somebody running down from the floor, from the second floor, and somebody jumped on Erkal, took him away, and they make roly-boly down the stairs. And then Thompson was a British gentleman. He was my friend, yeah, from the beginning on, and he was a fighter from the Falkland War. And he comes up the steps with my boots in my hand, and he gave the boots to me, and he told me, Thomas, here are your boots. But never let somebody else take something away from you. You are in the French Foreign Legion now. You have to take care about yourself, you know. Defend yourself. Whatever is the price you might pay for it, okay? And this was my first adventure, and I think for me, psychologically, it was a good one, yeah? And later on, I talked about the parquet floor, the wooden parquet floor. Every weekend, on our knees. We had to clean the parquet floor with a toothbrush. It was great. It was not great. It was terrible for us. You know, spending our weekend, our first weekend, cleaning a wooden parquet floor with a toothbrush. Yeah, was not very, it was not a big motivator for us. But okay, we want to wear the Capi Blanc, so we have to get through a lot of things. It was, I remember another scene. We have been in our room, and suddenly a caporal entered the room. Was an Irish caporal, and he screamed, "Sur les Rangers, sur les Rangers!" And I was standing there. I didn't understand nothing. And he came to me. He was small. I looked down at him, and he told me, "Sur les Rangers!" And I was smiling. Instinctively, I was smiling because I didn't understand his excitement. And then he told me, "Okay, get in downward position, push-ups." So I made push-ups, 10, 20, 50, 100, until my nose was in the dirt. I was exploded, you know. And then my binom came to me and told me, "Hey, Thomas, this was your caporal, and he only wanted that you make your boots shine." So that's how you learn French in the French Foreign Legion. You learn it on a hard way, okay? And the other day, the same caporal came to our room and he screamed, "Est rassemblement avant le building?" What means the whole section has to be rassembled immediately to take the shower, you know. And we wear only our towel, a short, Legion short with stripes, green and red, and a soap in our hand. That's all. And behind the building, there's been the showers. There's been about 4 or 5 shower cabins. The water was not even warm. And he gave us 10 minutes to take our shower, to take the shower for 45 men, take 10 minutes. It was crazy. It was crazy, you know. So he had about, I'm not good in mathematics, but you have had about 45 seconds to take your shower. Great. It was a great lesson this day, how you can take a whole shower, an integral shower in 45 seconds. Just stunning. Yes, and one day after, the whole section came together. When I say section, what I mean is the platoon. So we had rassemblement downstairs, and we ran through the gate to the next clothes and equipment shop, a store from the French Foreign Legion, you know, from the regiment. It was about 800 meters away. So we ran there to get our pactage. Pactage, what means all your equipment, all your clothes, you know, BDU, shoes, coats, and all this stuff. And one of the clothes was a big coat. It was felt 2 or 3 centimeters thick. I believe it came from the Algeria war. He had golden buttons there, and on each button you could read Légion étrangère. But it was completely useless because we never wore it. Just took a lot of place in your armor. And then in this week they showed us how to deal with your cupboard, how to form your television inside, get your clothes clean inside, how to iron your clothes and all this stuff, how to shine your boots. So it was a very interesting week. So we didn't have a lot of military instruction. It was all about culture of the French Foreign Legion. Yeah, how to salute, how to march and pas cadencer. Yeah, traditions of the French Foreign Legion, esprit Légion étrangère. You know, it was all about this. You know, and they want us that we know all the NCOs and the officers, of course, of the name of the officers and their picture. You know how they look like, and of course it could be terrible bad for you if you don't know the name of your regiment's commander, of the commander-in-chief. At this time it was Colonel Colcon. Yeah, I remember very well. He was a tiny guy with a eyes like a hawk. I loved him. Great gentleman, yeah. And so the first week passed, the second week passed, and we knew that the moment that we have to leave the camp to go to the farms is very close. But this is another story.